I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. So I've got two gorgeous pods I'm going to eat today in the comparison, and it's interesting because I'm waiting on the genetics of one of them, the Vicious Red, which is right here. Joe Emery grew this. It's just a beautiful pod. Really pretty. Bumps on it, you see the little bumps on it. It's a pretty nasty pepper. The second pepper I have is a chocolate Bismarck. Now this one was grown by the mighty Mustache, and the chocolate Bismarck is a cross between a skunk red and a M.A. Wartrix. And it's a Rocco Maltese cross. And here is the Bismarck, and this was grown by a mighty Mustache. Another spectacular pod. Now they're very, very different pods. Not just genetically, but we got a chocolate and a red. The chocolates burn funny. They just do, you know. I think that chocolate pods burn, have a stronger burn relative to the Scoville units that they have. I've noticed that. That's a neighbor to my left. So while I'm cutting this pepper open, I want to run something by you guys. I watched a video today, or I saw an article about a woman who was getting married, and in the ceremony the groom took the cake and shoved it into her face, all down her face, on her gown, and she got so mad that she bounced. She's like, I'm out. Left the reception, just left the whole ceremony, just walked out. And I just want to know your thoughts on that. I kind of think that think about this. My thoughts are this. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but it just struck me funny. The groom looks like everybody else. Like the other guys, the best man, they're all dressed the same, right? The only person really set apart that day is the bride, right? It's her day to shine. It's not her day to get food shoved in her face and make a beautiful moment something embarrassing. The guy's fired up, isn't he? Need a translator, people. Wow, is this oily? Here is the oily Bismarck, and it's really oily. Just amazing, really. Like puddles of it. Worthy of a picture, people. While I take this picture, I'm going to let you listen to the background noise and see if anybody can decipher what my friend here is saying. He ain't from around here. This is a very interesting guy, the guy you hear talking. I don't know his name. Do you hear him? I've said hi to him a bunch of times. He smokes cigarettes. Now I'm telling you something, this is the truth. The guy that you hear right there, he smokes cigarettes, but he doesn't smoke them like a normal person would smoke a cigarette. When I tell you how he does it, you're gonna go, wait, what? Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, that's what he does. It just sounds weird, but wait till you hear it. All right, so he takes the cigarette and he lights it. And you know, when you have a cigarette, you have the end you put in your mouth with a filter on it, and the lid end is on the outside. He'll light it and then take it and turn it around and put it in his mouth, and he'll smoke it with the lit part in his mouth and just keep it in there. One day I came out to make a video. I didn't know he was smoking. He was just looking at me. And then he opens his mouth and he reverses the cigarette, and it's a lit cigarette. That's how he does it. Just saying. Want to see the interior of the Vicious Red? Nice and slow, and beautiful Robbie vision. Robbie Robertson, I love you, dude, and everybody on Chase the Heat bus loves you. Beautiful pepper, super oily. Okay, I'm gonna eat the red one first, the Vicious Red. This is from Joe Emery. By the way, did you see the cutting? I'm coming into my own on the pepper cutting. Here's the good part. Finally, after 7 years of cutting peppers, people are finally taking note of my pepper cutting skills. Vicious Red, Joe Emery. I'm Johnny Scoville, this is Chase the Heat. wicked fruity. And that's very juicy, it's fruity. There was a little bit of sweetness. Something occurred to me. We talked recently, somebody asked me if sweetness could be a flavor, that you have to have a tolerance certainly high enough to reach that. That could be, because I know for a fact there was a little bit of sweetness in that pepper, and if the average person who's not a chili head popped that in their mouth and chewed it, he's excited, isn't he? It would be, they wouldn't taste the sweet at all, you know what I mean? So I think to a degree, that's pretty accurate. He's setting up a shindig for tonight. He's planning a big party. You hear him? He's like, I don't know. I'll bring the girls. It'll be about 4 o'clock. Oh, it tastes good. Oh, it was really good tasting. It was earthy. It wasn't really floral. It was just earthy, then kind of peppery, a little bit of bitterness at the end. And now I'm left with like a caramel flavor. Almost like a caramel flavor. Oh, let's talk about the heat of each. This is one of those cases where I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the Vicious Red scored a higher SHU, but the Bismarck's burning me a lot more. It just has a nasty burn. Those chocolate peppers just have such a nasty burn. Both of the peppers are burning my mouth and not my throat. Just a mouth burn. The throat's not burning even a little bit. And in my mouth, where the burn is, it's mostly on my tongue, not on the sides of my cheek, just my tongue. Very, very good peppers, though. Totally different. That was a really, really good tasting chocolate Bismarck. Delicious. So listen, here's what I'm going to do, as always. In the description box, what a pretty day it is. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I had another sleep paralysis thing. I didn't sleep. I've had trouble sleeping at night. And I fell asleep on the couch. I think there's a correlation between having it when I'm on the couch. It happens more when I'm sleeping on the couch. Anyway, I fell asleep on the couch, not on purpose. And I opened my eyes, and I couldn't move. And so then I decided, I wasn't panicking at all. I was like, okay, let's just chill and see what's different. Because there's always something different, it seems like. So I looked around my room, and I play a Strandberg guitar. It's a 6-string. I've owned 7 strings, but this is a 6-string guitar. And my Strandberg was a 7-string. I'm laying there, and I'm looking at it. And it's weird because you're wide awake. I'm looking at it, and it was a Strandberg, but it was a 7-string. It was a different color blue, different shade of blue. Mine's flame maple with blue, but it was just a very, very weird dream. And then there was a fire extinguisher right across from the seat I was sitting in. And I don't own a fire extinguisher. There was a fire extinguisher in my living room, and the guitar was now a 7-string. So then I kind of snapped out of it, and I'm awake, and then it's back to a 6-string, and the fire hydrant's gone. Really weird. Very strange stuff. All right, so the burn on the Vicious Red was probably a 7 to 10, maybe a 6 to 10. I can see a monster calling it a 6. The Bismarck was a 7 to 10. Bismarck just had a nastier burn. And it's moved a little bit. It's kind of moved from the back of my tongue to the roof of my mouth in the back. So the very roof of my back and the very back of my palate up on top is burning. Kind of odd. But there you have it. So in the description box, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget, at the end of the video, there's going to be all the challenges I've ever done are right there. And the pepperology is right there. All the pepperology videos are right there. So please check them out. In the description box, you're going to see a link for Joe Emery. He's the one who grew the Vicious Red. And you're going to see a link for Mighty Mustache. He grew that chocolate Bismarck. Great growers and really good guys, good friends of mine. Both great guys. Right there is the pepper. Click the pepper when you do your riding with me. If you don't want to miss a video because you just don't want to miss a video, then start by clicking the bell for notification, but just visit us a lot so you don't miss anything. Right there is a Lifeboat, my brother's channel about beating an addiction. I did. If I did, you can. So if you or somebody you know has a problem with a substance that they want to put in the past tense, it's a good starting point. More videos here. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the